Here's why you shouldn't date broke guys, especially if they're like in the mid-20s and above. And I know, people are gonna say things like money's not everything or call me a gold digger, but it goes deeper than that. If you live in a first world country and you have access to Wi-Fi and a phone, then being broke is not just a number in your bank account, it's to do with your mindset. And ladies, whether we realize it or not, when we're attracted to a man, it's not just because of how much money he makes, it's also because we're attracted to a man who feels like he's on a mission and he's living out his life's purpose. A lot of the time when a man is broke and he's a full-grown adult, it also comes with personality traits like lack of ambition, and he's just lazy and he can't even take care of himself, so how can he take care of you? Now, if he hasn't quite like made it per se, but he's proven himself to be a guy who is ambitious, he's hardworking, you can see he's living out his purpose. Like maybe he's working a 9 to 5, but he's hustling hard on his side business, like that's totally fine. But if a guy's like 30 and he's living in his mom's basement, there's more to him than how much money he makes. It shows his character, which is that he's not really going anywhere in life. He doesn't know what he wants. He can't take care of himself. And that shows you that he's just not a good partner.
Welcome to the first episode of Tales of Dealing with a Broke Man. Oh yeah, we getting personal. Now, a few years ago, I was in a relationship with, you guessed it, a broke man. For the sake of this video, we're going to call him OG Brokey. Now, I overlooked him being broke because this is when I was like just about fresh out of high school, and I didn't have all of my stuff together, so I felt like it wouldn't be fair of me to, require you to have all of your things together financially. But this man was broke with audacity. Can you imagine? So, picture this. My birthday is coming up, and I decide that every year of my 20s, I'm going to travel. So, I decide that I want to go out of the country on a cruise. Cool. Him being my person, he comes with me. Now, if you've never been on a cruise, before you get on the boat, you have to go check in through a building where they give you, like your room key, check your birth certificate, everything like that. So while you're waiting in line, the cruise line is trying to sell you things. So they have a station set up that has 3D printing, like couples and stuff, all this cute stuff. And it's like $200 for a 3D statue. And OG Brokey goes, "Oh, that's cool." Turns to me and asks, "Can we get one?" Let me clarify. He's asking me to pay for it because he spent all of his money to get to the trip. So he's going on the trip with no money. I don't recommend, but I digress. So, as polite as I can, because I have a certain amount of money that I want to spend and it's not something that I want to spend $200 on, I say, no, I'm not buying that. This man cops an attitude and goes, "We never get to get anything I want." I'm sorry, what? Mind you, it's my birthday trip. What? It's making my head hurt all over again.
I know that you hate me. Now my life is sweet like cinnamon, like a fucking dream I'm living
I've been seeing a lot of those broke boyfriend trends on TikTok recently, and it totally reminded me my very first boyfriend was a broke boyfriend. Because no, you know how literally the TikToks are like the guy standing behind the girl, is she paid? That was me. And I just watched this one about how a guy's asking his girlfriend for money so he can flip it and be a hustler. You guys. I literally once gave an ex-boyfriend, my very first boyfriend, granted, I had just lost 80 pounds. This was my very first boyfriend. I never had a boyfriend before. I don't want to say I was desperate, but I was like low-key just a little desperate. And I gave him money literally to like flip or something. I don't remember how much. This was a while ago, back in probably like 2015. He like lost all the money or whatever. This other time I gave him like $35. Never mind. I'm not telling this part of the story. Anyway, you guys, I was that girl with the broke boyfriend, and it was so.
What do you do if you're in a relationship with a guy you love but he's broke? Leave. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Love is not enough. Let me tell y'all something, ladies. Love is not going to pay your bills. It's not going to upgrade your life. It's not going to pay, for you to stay home with your newborn baby. It's not going to fix your car. It's not going to put food on your table. Okay. It's not going to do any of that. And women are so afraid to leave somebody because they love them. But these guys out here will leave their own child to go do something else. You know what I'm saying? So are you telling me that a girlfriend is more loyal to a broke man who can't even improve her life than a man is to his own child that he's going to walk away from because the woman is not what he wants? So y'all need to be thinking, stop being loyal to these broke men. If that man loved you as much as you loved him, he would go get some more money for you. Okay. If that man loved you the way you loved him, he would get up and go find some money for you. He don't love you enough. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Saying I love you and kissing and hugging and saying all this stuff, it doesn't count. The real way a man shows you he loves you is to get up and bring you something you need to improve your life. Okay, that's love. Like if you are a single parent and you say, I love my child, I love my baby, but it's sitting there looking hungry and you need to pay these bills so the baby can have somewhere to live. Are you going to get up and go get some money because you love your child? Or are you just going to say, oh, baby, I love you so much no matter what? I'm sorry you have no food and shelter. I'm sorry the lights are turned off, but I love you. No, that is not love. That's words. Love is action to prove to another person that you want them in your life and you will make their life better by being with them. That is love. Other stuff ain't word. It's just love and lust. Words and lust. So if he loves you, he will get up and get some money. A lot of these men don't love y'all. That's why they won't get up and get no money for y'all. But y'all will sit there and defend them, make excuses for them, say, but I love him, and they won't do the same for y'all. Just saying. You need something, they can't give it to you. You need $100 for something, they ain't got it. But you sleeping with them every day, paying for food, loving them, giving them everything, but they can't give you $100 what you need. Nope. That is not love, baby. That is being a fool.
A broke man is a dangerous man, and you have no business dating one. And I'm not talking about lavish dates and trips. I'm not talking about having a ridiculous standard and being shallow. I'm talking about the fact that when a man is at a point in his life and he is not able to do the most fundamental things for himself, he is at war with himself. And you will be the punching bag in the war that he is having in his own self. You do not want to be that. Society puts a lot of pressure on men to be providers, to be protectors, and their identity is associated with that. And when they cannot even do it at the most basic level for themselves, that is a problem for them. A lot of men, what they do, obviously, it's survival. They'll find a female that they will love bomb, they will convince to invest in their potential, to let them move in, to, let them put their stuff in her garage or use her address or any type of thing to get by. And here's what happens. Either you spend your time, your years, your youth, your money, your resources building this man up. And because he is not in a man's position, he does not feel like a man. And once he's built up, he will take all of your investment and go invest it in another woman who actually makes him feel like a man. Or what happened in my case is that he actually stays, but he develops a secret hatred towards you. It's a secret competition. Every chance he gets, he's trying to dim your light. He tries to tear you down. He speaks negatively of you, and he doesn't want people to think good things about you. It's because he's insecure in his own manhood. And when men are broke, they are not secure in their manhood. You need to leave that man alone. You need to let him go through his process. You need to let him do whatever he needs to do to get on his feet, but you are not the one to help him. If he has to go and sleep on other people's couches, so be it. If he has to go home for a short time, so be it. We've all been at low points in our life, but you, ma'am, don't need to be the one rescuing him. What is that animal? I think it's the sea turtle. Please, I know you'll come for me in the comments if I'm wrong, but the life of a sea turtle, this is what I've heard. I've never been there. I've never seen it. But, sea turtles are born in the sand, and it's a long journey from the sand to the ocean. They want to live in the ocean. That's where they're journeying towards the ocean. And it's a very long, hard, arduous journey to get from where they were born to the ocean. And that journey, a lot of them don't make it. And they are struggling. They're moving slowly. They're almost out of the energy to actually get to the waves, to the ocean where they will thrive. And so tourists go and they see these little turtles and they go and pick them up because they feel sorry for them. And they take them and they carry them to the ocean. And what happens is those turtles die because the journey from the sand to the ocean, they were developing muscles, they were developing stamina, they were developing survival skills that are going to be necessary for them to survive in the ocean. You are not Build-A-Bear. You are not Captain Save-A-Ho. You deserve to be loved, protected, provided, cared for, showered with gifts, showered with love. And I'm not being shallow. It doesn't have to be trips to Paris and Rome, although we don't refuse that. I am saying that when a man is not where he wants to be, it is never going to serve you. You are going to be the one paying for it. He is either going to build himself up and go somewhere else or stay where he's at and secretly resent you for it. It's not worth it. It's not his time to be looking for somebody to add to his life. But because he's trying to survive, he'll do whatever he has to do. Don't be stupid. One more thing I want to add. That whole saying of what you don't do, another one will. I'm okay with that. Okay? I'm very well aware that if I don't do it, another female will. And guess what? I don't want to be the female that will. I will happily let him go somewhere else. It's not going to be me. I'm at peace with that, sir. You can go. Bye-bye.
I'm going to respond to this as humbly as I possibly can. So just take this as you will. If there's a certain lifestyle that you want, then why are you dating a broke man? Like, I would say the only time to ever put yourself in that position is if you've been with somebody first, they have a job, they got it going on, they're fine, and then like they go through a rough patch. Like, for example, with COVID, I know a lot of people lost their jobs, and a lot of people with high paid jobs and well off were really struggling. So in that case, in your relationship, this is a low point. We're going to get through it. But if you are voluntarily dating somebody who just simply cannot provide or align with the lifestyle that you want, then I don't really have advice on that. Like, that's just a relationship that you shouldn't be in. To me, it is this. Getting rich is hard and being broke is hard. Choose your hard. If they are choosing to remain in a position where they cannot align with the lifestyle that you want to have, then they are choosing to have a different lifestyle. So you're clearly not compatible. And I'm not saying that they have to go like become Daddy Warbucks and become a millionaire, but broke is broke. Like, if they're not even trying to make money to, it says here, like, spoil their girlfriends and still be able to build a lifestyle. Like, if it's like, listen, there's no way I can spoil you and pay the bills, and that's what you want, then I'm sorry, you're going to have to find another relationship with a partner who aligns with those values. for me personally, I see it as like I spoil myself and I could build a life for myself. I pay my own bills. I take care of where I live. I take care of my car. Like there is not a single person who takes care of anything for me. So, and I can also manage to get myself the things that I want and take myself the places I want to go. Like, so if I can do that for myself, then there's no way I'm going to be with somebody who can't, because you're clearly adding no value to my life. Like I'm not looking for a roommate. I'm not looking for a child. A partner means like we are a partnership, you know, we align the same, we have the same morals, we have the same values. So there are people that have differences, but a matter of money is a very big deal, because money really can determine the lifestyle that you're going to have and how you're going to feel. And I don't mean that in a shallow way. I simply mean it in a way like this. You see other people having something that you want. So yes, it can determine good and bad things about your life.